Rakul Preet. Welcome. It's so nice to have you on the show with us.
Thank you.
So tell me, Rakul Preet, you come from a family with an army background. Was modeling or acting considered an unstable or a risky career option?
No, actually never. Thankfully, my parents really supported me, and I would just say that if it wasn't for their support and guidance and encouragement, I don't think I could have done whatever I did. In fact, it was my mother who actually told me that you're tall and independent and you should try your hand at modeling, and I was like, what, really? Because I was half a tomboy, but never. Of course, in fact, I knew though that I need to give myself a certain time period that I will pursue this for and see if it works for me, or I'll get back to my studies, but luckily it worked.
So, being from Delhi, you started your career with South Indian films. How difficult, or must we say how easy was it for you to get it right?
I didn't know. It wasn't a plan of, it wasn't planned that I was going to work in Telugu films or Tamil films, but it just happened. And when you start out, the only thing I knew was that I had an extreme fire to do well at whatever I did. So difficulty was never a part of the question. I think nothing comes easy. Even if it's your own language, it doesn't come easy. So I've always met a lot of supportive people in the journey and great teams that I learned from. And I think within a year I was talking the language. So I don't think films are a medium of language. They're beyond that. And film is a very universal emotion. And language is just a very physical barrier, which, you learn the language and it's over. So it wasn't difficult. It was, like I said, I think I was blessed to have great teams and work with some amazing people and grow in that journey.
Okay, nice. Okay, tell me, we've heard that you are very disciplined and dedicated when it comes to fitness and health. And we've also heard that you shed 10 kgs in a record time of 50 days. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true, and this news has come when I had lost also, so I think people forget. This is when I had to do De De Pyar De. At that time, I was a little overweight also for what was needed for that film. So I lost 10 kgs in about 50 days, and then that 10 kgs is an excess that you lose because you're going to bounce back 3-4 kgs.
Yeah, true.
And that's what I'm at ever since.
So on your social media, we've seen Chronicles of Rakul on Insta. Is that something to show people the other side of Rakul?
That's actually a way to show people the only side to Rakul. That is Rakul. People think that being a celebrity or being an actor, what you do on screen or what your work demands is who you are. But that's not true. My profession is acting, but that's not who I am. I'm an actor just by profession, but then there's a girl, Rakul, who has different likes, dislikes, who has a way of life, who has different opinions, and that's a way to just connect with people and say, hey, I'm a normal girl doing my normal things.
Talking about fitness, you are known to be one of the fittest actresses today, and you've also started your own gyms. How did that happen?
Wow, that happened really long back. My love for fitness started a couple of years back. I was always into sports, again being in the cantonment areas, and I used to play golf at nationals, so that required a lot of physical conditioning, and so we were always out playing some or the other sport. And then when I started modeling, the only way that I could train myself was working out in gym, and that's how my love for fitness began slowly. And then I started my first gym in 2015, and then I expanded post that. But all I can say is that day by day, my awareness or my love for well-being, not just physical fitness, but I think complete holistic well-being has just grown because I've understood it more, whether it's your emotional well-being or mental well-being or physical or just what you eat or just how you feel, everything. And that's how it started, and I hope to do something more with this journey.
So 2022 is indeed your year with back-to-back releases. We just saw Runway 34. What are the other projects you have in line?
Thank you so much. I hope you liked Runway 34. The other films are, I have a film with Ayushman called Dr. G. Then there's a film called Thank God with Siddharth. Then there is a film with Akshay sir. And then there is a film called Chhatri Wali, which I am heading, which is my first solo heading film. And yeah, and then I'm shooting for 2 films, which I will announce soon.
Okay, I've got a quick rapid fire for you. Let's start with the first one. Biopics or romantic movies?
Both.
Okay. Homemade food or pasta?
Home food any day.
Fair enough. Golf or tennis?
Golf.
Okay. Name one actor that you want to act with.
Everybody.
Yoga or gym?
Both. I can't choose. Both.
Perfect. You were wonderful, Rakul Preet. Thank you so much for talking to us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
If you love to travel, then I've got something for you right after this short break. Be with us. Welcome back. India Pavilion at the Arabian Travel Market was inaugurated by Dr. Rupinder Brar, Additional Director General, Ministry of Tourism, and Dr. Aman Puri, Consul General, India, Dubai, on the opening day. Under their Incredible India campaign, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India promoted India as a must-see, must-visit destination. Check out the event highlights to know why India is a 365-day tourism destination.
24 peaks have been opened in the upper reaches of the Himalayas for people to go and do trekking. And that is an exciting opportunity. There is river rafting, and some of the best experiences of river rafting can be had. They are setting up 500 Vishwakarma villages across the country. Each of these villages will be driving a different art form. And these places will not just have the artisan, but they'll also have places where you can actually experience local food. The places will be run by the locals entirely, not to be run by the outsiders, because the idea behind is that the authenticity should not get lost.
You do have a very diverse monsoon, which gives, when morphology under this monsoon creates a lot of complexity. And to add to that, we have a rich cultural diversity, be it a language, cuisine, wherever you go. Every 50 kilometers you will find a different dialect spoken and a different cuisine. So that adds a panoramic view of the India, which anybody's lifetime will not be sufficient to explore.
Absolutely.
You can see the mini world in India.
So being an army kid, I've spent 4.5 years in Northeast, and actually everywhere, because my dad kept getting transferred every 2 years. But at a very young age, I got exposed to the beauty of Northeast. I lived in Aizawl and traveled through the Seven Sisters, be it Agartala, Shillong, Manipur, Gangtok, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, smaller coast areas, Imphal, like things that people haven't even seen. And I remember when I was there, which was back in 98, 99, 2000, in that period, the airport, the connectivity was beginning. And even then, it was so progressive, as Aizawl was so progressive as a city. It had malls back then. The mode of transportation was very, very convenient. And I remember I used to always wonder, why do people not explore this side of the country? And having seen it, having experienced it, having lived that culture, having learned a few words of every language there, I just want to add that it's the most beautiful, untapped, pristine part of the country that must be explored by everyone, and must be written rightly about, because all the Seven Sisters are also not the same.
What is the message that you're really trying to give to people? We know our Prime Minister has also passed on a message where they're saying every time you go out, you invite 5 friends to come to India and explore and see the beautiful places we have here. How are you emphasizing on that?
So I think that's been such a beautiful message given by the Honorable Prime Minister so very recently on his travels to Germany, Denmark and France, telling every Indian to bring back or to just encourage 5 more people, and imagine the kind of momentum that can gain given that how many Indians actually live out of India. So we are also picking on the very pretty, one should say, the small little phrase that the Honorable Prime Minister gave out, Chalo India. Because why Chalo India? Because I think India is an amazing destination. It always has been, but it was waiting to be put together in the right way, right? And now in the last few years, the kind of infrastructure thrust that you see of the current government, the number of airports added, the roads that have been added, it's absolutely a brilliant time to be in India. Also, electrification of villages. Now you must be wondering, why do I say electrification of villages and how does that come into tourism? Well, it's brought in the homestay phenomena in a very big way, and that is something that is adding to the whole experiential journey when you're in India in a very, very exciting manner, where you can actually go and live in the homestays, explore the culture of India, eat foods with the local family and actually experience India, because India is all about experiencing it. So I think we are all geared up and we are going to be far more present, therefore carrying the message of Chalo India, not just targeted at the diaspora, but also telling everybody else that this is the time to come to our beautiful country.
Perfect, wonderful. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
I am so excited to be here with incredible India. This is a country that I'm truly passionate about because, of course, I come from India. It's a place where it is surrounded by wellness, heritage, and, of course, craftsmanship. As a person who loves luxury, I couldn't think of a place that holds craftsmanship and artisans to the core, and that was one of the highlights of the press conference, is really celebrating and preserving the artisan craftsmanship. So it's been such an incredible afternoon, and I can't wait to explore so much more here at the Arabian Travel Market.
It's been a wonderful travel market so far. I think the 2 busiest pavilions are probably India and Abu Dhabi. They're gaining a lot of interest for tourism, travel. The minister was just here. She was talking about cinetourism. There's been a really good press conference, so we're very excited to be here.